we've been on here for like 2.5 hours, like kind of nobody in Times Square no more. Like,
Yeah.
and that's how we got cool. So one day he was it's when I was living on 144th, uptown. Me and Vado, this is when we all lived in the same block. He used to come uptown, come check me and all that. One day we on Lenox, and I'm like, let's go to 42nd. We go to 142nd. A couple of my homies is over there. Now, when I was young, the older niggas used to kind of like, I'll be rapping and I'll leave the block and get on the bus to
Right.
go home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
nigga, fuck out of here. You getting on the doofy limo, nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck out of here, you fake ass rapper. But these is like OGs from 142nd and Lenox, like the best out. These like Dame Dash friends.
Right, right,
So
right.
they jokesters. They jokesters forever until I
Right.
got a little bit older. But at that time, they were super jokesters. So at that time, I'm going over there with shells. They like, yo, let me hear something. Start rapping. This is when they used to call Head Ice Haney.
Haney.
They like,
Okay.
yo, come spit some. He like, and I could tell I was out of my league because let me hear something, shorty. And that was how I used to approach niggas. Let me hear something, nigga. Like, I ain't even going first, nigga. Let me hear what you got.
Yeah.
And he was like, let me hear something, shorty. And I think Shells was rapping. And he said this shit and all that. And then niggas was like, because I bought Shells over there. And then I think I was trying to hype Shells up to battle him.
Yeah.
And then niggas was like, man, nigga, Millz, let my man hear something. You rap, spit something, nigga. You be killing niggas spit. And I think that's when I spit. And that's when he just like, he gave me like a little pow, a little light one.
Yeah.
Came back with another verse. And then the verse after that was like I don't know if like halfway through the verse, like he put his hand on my shoulder. Like, nigga, I remember the older niggas that would laugh at niggas when they come up there to battle me.
Mm-hmm.
They was like they was like they was laughing. I'm like, well, who the fuck is this nigga? I've never seen this nigga a day in my life. Like, I live on Lenox Avenue. Why y'all acting like this nigga's so nice? So after that, niggas like, nah, that's so-and-so from he from Drew. Fucking see this grown ass nigga talking all like, oh. But everything was shorty. Little nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, I remember that night I said, nobody's ever gonna make me feel like that again. Even if you is an old nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said in the clip about rapping for Puff. When he was like, yo, you still live with your moms? It's like, yeah. It's like, that shit ain't believable yet. You know, and I didn't really get it at that time. But when I battled Head Ice as a 14, 15-year-old kid, it's like, nah, nigga. I don't know how old Head Ice is. I don't know how much older he is than us. But I know
Ice gotta be like
saying,
50. Ice, my nigga. I just was with Ice. Well, me, him, and
bro,
Ghostface and shit. Ice 50. Ice, my nigga.
The shit he was saying to me, I knew I didn't have shit like that. I knew the shit he was saying, just to keep it real right now as a grown man, I knew the shit he was saying to me, I wasn't even living yet.
Right.
My friends wasn't living that. I might have had cousins and uncles.
Right.
But he was sounding like he kick it with Prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sounding like a kid that wanna be Mace.
Right.
You know, I wanna be Murder Mace. I would have cut my crisscross braids off. I got waves now. I don't got a hoop earring. I got studs.
Right.
Real shit, bro. Real shit. Shit went from crisscross braids with a hoop earring, cut all that shit off. I'm like, ask Vado. Vado will tell you, bro. That shit went from crisscross braids and a hoop earring to
you saying
waves
after that
with
battle?
Studs, Parasuco. No, I'm talking about, I ain't have none of this. When I battled Head Ice, I ain't have braids. I'm talking about I started rapping at 13.
Okay.
Right? So before that, I'm just a fan of music. But now when I start rapping, it's like, damn, who I want to rap like. So we 14, bro. Me and Vado live on 144 between 7th and Lenox at this time. Big L on 39th, Cam on 40th, Gruff on 41st. These niggas come by the block every day going to the pizza shop or Crown. And so to us, it's like we hear him on the radio, we see him on TV, and we see him in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So now we listen to Killer Cam, we listen to Children of the Corn more than anybody else now.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, damn, get paid so I could lay low in San Diego with Yayo and flip it out. I'm like, damn, I like that flow. Mm-hmm. Niggas don't understand, son, bullets in their calf and they can't run. Niggas on top of you. Yo, we at the car show where all the stars go, and the Jacob Javits girls laced with carrots. I'm like, damn, we go to the Jacob Javits too to the car show on Easter. Like, all right, I can rap about that shit too. I beat it. And it was that type of aura.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't Head Ice wasn't rapping about the car show and shit like that. He was in Drew, where shit was happening in the staircases. And it's 3 elevators. It's 3 elevators in the building. My building go up to the 5th floor. It ain't no elevator. Ain't nobody getting their purses snatched in Frederick East Samuel. These is new establishments. He live in Drew Hamilton.
So he
on 8th Avenue. We don't even go to 8th Avenue.
No, yeah. And they don't understand that shit. That shit right up the block. They don't understand that shit right up the block. But Harlem is like, if you from this block, back in the day, you wasn't going up here to this block. Nigga might have beef
on Linux.
But he was on Linux.
He was on Linux.
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm putting all this shit together, and I'm just like, damn, yo, them niggas was laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they know I'm nice, but damn, this nigga, who's this nigga? So now I'm like, oh, niggas will line you up. They done lined me up with Verse. I feel like these niggas done lined me up with Head Ice. So now I'm like, oh, your raps got to be as close to your life as possible. Even if you not a killing, blah, 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 nigga, you got to make niggas feel like, nigga, just because you bust your gun don't change nothing to me. Just because you went to jail don't change nothing. That mean you got caught.
Right.
Stupid.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to really start understanding, my nigga. Sometimes you gonna rap against a nigga that talk way louder than you. He get in your face. He want to cut you off. He want to talk all this killer shit. Cool, go ahead, my nigga. How you gonna combat that? You know what I'm saying? We slick talkers, bro. So we never was with the rah. Now let that nigga talk that shit. I'm gonna talk so slick to you. I'm gonna make you feel so broke.
Right.
Even if you got, my nigga, I battled niggas that got on. I remember when I was young, I battled Daytona.
I remember Daytona.
I battled Daytona.
Yeah.
I was coming from night school. I'll never forget, I think it was Washington Irving, coming from night school. So you know, on the 4-5, I'm talking about the train, people. This is New York talk, train line right here, high school. This is how long I've been doing. This is high school. I'm coming, and this is how long Daytona been doing it. Respect to him. You know what I'm saying? He don't really be on that lyric with all that shit no more. But the kid Daytona was out here on some battle shit back then. Him and all his niggas, I remember it was like 4 of them. These niggas had Vansons on.
Right.
Genesis shit. Like I remember I was coming from night school. These niggas look like 112 right now. These niggas got on the train with Vansons on. So I'm like, all right, I was battling a girl. This is how crazy I used to be with it, bro. A girl was talking this shit. She's like, I'll battle. So you know the train go from 14th to 42nd, 56,
by
86.
Yourself?
It's like me and one of my homies.
Okay.
So coming from night school.
Okay.
I go to art and design, but I went to night school at like Washington Irving.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to come from 14th Street to go all the way up to 44th. Battling on the train. So I think they heard me kind of like talking crazy to her. Like instead of saying nigga, I'm saying bitch. Like just switching the shit up.
Yeah.
Same verses I probably said in the lunchroom today, but this is a different school. Y'all ain't hear these.
Yeah, I ain't hitting right.
And I think he heard me talking a little crazy to her, and the nigga like approached me on some shit like yo. And the nigga just started like going off on me on some shit. Like, so I'm like, all right, hold up. Let me think of some other shit I got, and it's like him and his nigga, and I remember we had like a little battle on the train, but before I got up, because I got up on 25th. You know what I'm saying? They was from the Bronx. So when I got up, I remember before I got off, he was like, nah, you nice, my nigga. You nice. I fuck with you. And I remember that's how I met Daytona. Battling him on the train. Coming. So that's why I always say, remember how you met somebody, bro. I be telling my fiance that. Always remember how you met somebody, because that's probably, that's going to matter a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So speaking of the Daytona shit, speaking of shit with you, bro, I don't give a fuck if you don't never put out or have a platinum record or some. I know how I met you. I remember how I met you, my nigga. I met you. You was talking some slick shit. You ain't give a fuck if I was Jay. Even if you gave a fuck if I was Jay Millz, you ain't show me.
Right.
I remember Mook said, I said, bro, why you ran around Harlem and made that scene like that, bro? Like, I fucked with you. You was like my little nigga. You ain't really have to do all that, bro. He said, nah, but like Millz, niggas would keep bringing your name up when I'm saying, I'm like, nah, you can't fuck with Millz though. He said, so after a while, it's like, he said, niggas was telling me, my nigga, you got to get him out the way before a nigga could say you run. You can't go to the Bronx saying you run shit. Niggas were like, nigga, you can't fuck with Millz.
Right.
He said, that shit just kept coming back to me. So he said, I looked up to you, but I had to get you out the way. like somebody have to at least try to get you out the way, bro. He said you can't be on the radio doing no. You rapping on Flex, you on the DVDs, but you still out here. He said, come on, bro, you can't do you doing everything, my nigga. Like somebody gotta get you out the way. Like he said, it might have felt like I was coming for your neck. He said, but something else. He said, just imagine if I never did that. Say everybody just been cool. He said, you battled Rex 3 times, there's no footage. You battled Lux 3 times, there's no footage. He said, so niggas ain't trying to hear that you had a good one with Millz. Nah, we watching Big in My Trouble or what? We watching Millz on Making the Band. We got to get some footage too now. We need to, niggas thinking this nigga the only nigga that's out here battling. And that's how niggas started looking. Niggas I was cool with.
But that's
how they started looking at me, bro.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got something for you. I got something for you real quick. I want you to tell them how good Fred the Godson was.
Oh shit! I gotta go. I'm glad. Oh, we going.
Because I know, I know the stories. I know stories with you, him, J.R. Ryder, Fred. Me and Fred was sharing sandwiches. That's my man like that. Me and Fred was sharing sandwiches. Man. So I know these stories. Is what I'm saying. I know the stories.
Damn, bro. Yo, I know
you got some. I don't even know.
I was in here, bro. I was looking at the game though, but I was in this very space, probably facing that way though. I found out Fred the Godson died. My feet. If she come in right now, my nigga, I just cried, bro.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time that shit hit, the COVID shit, all of that. I mean, Clip's grandmoms too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But with Fred, that's us. That's our era. That's outside going to ciphers and battle. Like,
he was,
you know?
Yeah.
That shit was like, I ain't never gonna forget that. I'll never see it. And if I see another rapper doing it, I'm gonna be like, stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't emulate Frederico, my nigga. You can't. And when I met Fred, he was with JR and the loud nigga. I forgot what his name was.
Bald head. You talk about Slim.
He was Diesel though. He was like a DMX type nigga, bald head. He used to
light skin.
Damn! I don't want to.
You're not talking about
niggas. They props, man.
You're not talking about Slim. You're not talking about Slim, who he used to rap with. Fred and Slim.
Diesel?
Fred and Slim.
Was he a Diesel nigga?
Nah, Slim.
Nah, it wasn't him. This might have been a nigga that was down with JR then. But I remember when I battled JR, how you spoke about niggas going to people's blocks, and I'm gonna tell this story to lead to the Fred the Godson shit. I went to JR block. And I battled. I waited for him to come outside. Went to 135th and like 8th. I battled him over there. We battled for like 2 hours. I killed him. Next day, nigga comes back to 142nd and Lenox. I was coming from the hill buying a Pele. And I never forget this shit. I had just walked him in the crib. And the nigga hit my phone and like, yo, where you at? I'm in the crib. I'm on the block, nigga. You need me to pay your cab or something? Like, I pay your cab. And I'm like, you know when niggas like come for you like that, they got something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, I just emptied the clip on this nigga yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, so he came back, and I remember we went like 5 rounds. Now, I remember he was talking. It was kind of one of them shits where I can't say I beat him again that second night.
Right.
Can't say he beat me neither. But if a nigga was to be like, nah, my nigga, he came back and got his respect that next day, I wouldn't be able to. I gotta say he did. I can't say I watched him 2 times in a row. Definitely can't say that. But after we finished rapping, I got like me and Vado and Clips and all. Now Vado never was a real battle rapper.
Right.
He'll spit in a cipher, but he ain't about to get in no battles with niggas. But he know all my shit, so he hyping me up.
Yeah.
But Clips was like, we was going to mass cipher. Clips was kind of like he was like, yo, I used to just be like, every time I see him, yo, you gotta have a new, let me hear something, bro. And he would, nigga, my gun like Nintendo and leave you in 64 bits. I used to like, oh, my nigga, nice.
Yeah.
You getting nice, my nigga. And I remember I was like, yo, spit something for these niggas, man. He was like, nah, I don't really want to rap. So JR was like, I got my man here. You got your niggas. He was trying to get Vado to bat. I was like, nah, I got somebody else. Somebody else, Clips. Kill these niggas, man. So Clips, this was Clips' first battle.
I heard the story. No, I heard the story from Clips. Right. Clips told us so.
All right, okay.
He said he's the only person. He said he lost he told the story already.
Factual. So this is his first battle, right? So I throw him out there. But in my mind, I know my nigga nice, but I never seen him in what we do yet. I never seen him in that it's a hot night, and niggas are, man, that shit whack, nigga. Like, in the middle of your shit, to fuck your whole train of thought up. Like, so he get in there, he spitting his shit. We ad-libbing the little joints we know. And then Fred, so JR was like, yo, my man was Fred, spit something for these niggas. He like, all right. And I remember me and Vado was like, we was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Like, and he was like, and he did like, I promise you, bro, it wasn't nothing different. It was about 2 minutes of to the point where we gotta be like niggas is leaning in like you gotta, cause his flow was so like nasally.
Yeah.
But we outside, there's buses and shit going by. But we like, I never heard this nigga before. I don't know where this nigga's from. He looked like, I don't know, neck is short. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He looked funny, but he is smoking. It gave me the feeling of verse.
Right.
On the beat. It's like, I'm like,
it's the bop.
He got his own bounce.
Yeah. Like,
bro, he started doing this shit before he started rapping. Like, he did this shit like, and then he just started going. Like, he started going, my nigga. So now Clips go again. Now we know he don't got the perform. I don't know what. Now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck my man about to do. But this is the moment of truth. Right here.
Yeah.
He spits him. He fighting back.
He fighting back. He got so okay.
And then this nigga raps for bro. He rapped so long that we started like being like, ooh, okay, my nigga. To the point after that, I was like, I think I was like, all right, that's it, bro. I said, we just have a cipher now. That's when JR other men started rapping. What they called loose cannons?
Okay, yeah. From back then.
Was JR crew? Shout out to JR right? I don't know if they crews called loose cannons.
I think they was called.
So now
loose cannons.
it's like me, Vado, Clips, and JR, and we just having a cipher now. But I remember being like, damn, yo, that nigga was. They came over here loaded for me today. They was probably hoping I wanted to battle 3 niggas at one time. I ain't gonna lie. That was my introduction, and that's how I met Fred the Godson. But also, I think that's when Clips had that moment that I had with Head Ice. Niggas ain't never gonna make me feel like that again.
Right.
Niggas ain't never ever gonna get a chance to make me, nigga. I'm a rap because that night he was rapping to Fred the Godson. That's when I think he learned work the crowd. Rap to this nigga. This nigga got a I leave this nigga in the and then this whole shit just became. After that night, I never seen him really like. I never seen that happen ever again in my life in the streets of Harlem. Now the stage, everything niggas can say what they want, but I think that night, that shit made that nigga a beast, a super beast, bro.
But
super beast.
You need, and that's the funny shit. I remember, I could tell you about the time that made me like a beast was. It was this time I battled a nigga that was nowhere on my level, nowhere on my level. At this time, I'm cooking niggas already. I'm running through them, cooking niggas. I'm running around the streets. I'm cooking niggas. These niggas was talking shit from down the block. Now, these are niggas I used to play ball with, because I used to ball back in the day. So I used to play ball with them. So they had a little nigga.
Play ball?
I used to really play ball, bro. Like, for real. So I realized I wasn't grown.
I wasn't shitting ball. I wasn't shitting ball. I had a bank shot. I was trash. I started rapping early, nigga. I knew I wasn't going to the A.
I always used to rap and ball, though. But I used to want to ball. But I used to always rap. So it was like either one. But I knew I wasn't play. I wasn't growing. I used to be really in the streets playing ball. I wasn't really trying to do nothing with it. But these niggas I used to play ball with, I guess it was a little nigga on their block that was just coming up. He was just, and they ain't had a nigga on their block that rap. So he was the nigga now. Now they trying to push whoever this nigga was. Little dirty nigga talking about. So, mind you, they all know me for rapping already. But now they got a nigga they think is nice. Fuck it. If he goes down there, we walk down there one day. Kill this nigga. Da-da-da. Bring the camera. Now we bring. This is the first time we did. We had a little cassette tape to the joint with the VCR shit, the VH, whatever that shit is, the tape.
That shit probably monumental footage right now. You find that, boy.
Man, we go down there. I'm killing this nigga. Every time I'm done, they like, that shit was whack.
You like, what the? You like, hold on, my nigga.
because we on his block. So they on some straight. Now he go.
Okay.
He's spitting some aight shit. And they like, oh, they going crazy. That right there taught me, and I was tight when I left. I wanted to fight and all that. Because I knew he was trash. But that taught me when I left, don't worry about what nobody say. Just go. Zone out. And just go. Just go. Don't pay attention to because if you battling a nigga that got his homies there, they gonna go for him. So that brings me to when I battle Head Ice. I battle Head Ice, not knowing. Walked into a spot. They called me the Goodz. At this point,
lined you up too.
Nah.
They lined you up too.
But they tried to. But at this point, I'm Goodz already. They don't know that. But I'm already not in stop rap. Now I'm getting money. I'm getting wild. I'm in the streets. I'm young. I'm getting money.
Is this like? I'm trying to create a timeline for the people right now. Is this before Lions Den?
No, this is Lions Den.
This is Lions Den. All right.
This is the
people, for the people in caffeine world, man, because this is my first time talking shit with you.
Right.
Tell them what the Lions Den was, just in case they don't know, bro.
If y'all don't know what Lions Den was, the start back up of all this battle shit, and that's real. Yeah. When after Millz and Mook and them and that smack shit and that died down for some years. Lions Den was the shit that started everything back up. Right?
Yeah, niggas was coming to Lenox Avenue. Niggas was coming from other places. That's when we started getting niggas from other boroughs.
Right.
Niggas coming from other states. Niggas might come from a Philly. You might, niggas
get
might
a
come
nigga
from Baltimore.
But this how happened with Ice. I didn't know my man down there. He calling me. Lux, he like, yo, Lux put together this battle shit. My man, I was fucked with Lux. I was from Harlem. He used to run around in Harlem, and I said, he fucked with Lux. He called my man Hollywood. At the time, Hollywood is down there chilling, so Hollywood kept calling me.
Light skin Hollywood?
Nah, he ain't light skin. He ain't he used to do the shit that we used to be on called Blue Collar Television. It used to be called Blue Collar Television. He had mad shit. We used to do a lot of shit on there. But
that sound wild familiar.
But when you go back, you want to say all them ciphers we used to do, all that was on his shit. But he calling me, blowing up my phone. Come there. At this time, now I'm gonna be rich. At this time, I'm young. I'm getting a little bit of money. I haven't even battled in a minute. I'm on some whatever. I'm fucking with the girls. Yeah. I ain't even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think I had at that time I had a whip. I'm chilling. I'm like, how old was I then?
Look, bro. Street money and porn stars fucked our lives up. I can honestly
and people don't understand that. And this is what because you know why? You gotta paint this picture. You gotta paint this picture because I'm gonna tell you this is real shit. You gotta paint this picture because a lot of people will never understand this or get to live that life. I'm not saying you want to live it. I'm older now, nigga. That shit. Yeah, but we got a chance to live a life we wanted to live. We wasn't bothering nobody. We ain't causing no harm to nobody. But we gotta, my nigga, these bars took us around the world. We being our family off of words, off the same words that other niggas can take and do something with, bro. Now, whatever we do outside that box, that's what we do outside that box. Right. But with this rap shit, but it came with it.
This is, nigga, we ain't doing nothing with nothing that you can't get, nigga. We all got the same plug when it comes to these words. Now, what we gonna do with them is different.
It's totally
you know what I'm saying? But hold on, before, because we went left. Finish telling about the Head Ice shit.
Right,
Finish telling me about, I want to know, like, the outcome of that and how that happened too, bro.
This is documented. You know, this is the first Lions, then this is out. Now, I'm gonna tell you how,
I don't think I seen y'all. I seen you on it, but I don't think
you saw me and K-Shine. All right, I'm gonna break everything down.
I seen you and K-Shine.
Okay, so
I seen you.
Me and Ice was before me and K-Shine.
I studied you and K-Shine when I was battling K-Shine.
Okay.
I studied that.
That makes sense. And if I would have spoke to you, I'd have said, "Don't study that for now." I would have told you that.
I studied that. I watched that. But I watched Tay Rock. Shout out to Remy. Shout out to Remy Ma. Remy told me, she said, son, go watch Tay Rock and DNA. But she said, go watch Tay Rock and Surf versus DNA and K-Shine.
Okay.
So I need you to go watch that whole battle before you go battle him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where my mind state was at. Mind state was at. But like you said, I didn't understand the shit you said. Don't worry about the crowd. Don't worry about them niggas back by the bar and back by the lights and the
Because you got a
cameraman.
million people or 100,000
Yeah.
people watching on pay-per-view, and that's what counts.
I didn't know, bro,
Of
but I
course.
learned that day. But again,
So Hollywood keeps calling me. I'm on the block. I'm drinking. I'm chilling. So I'm like, yo, Hollywood keep calling me to go down. These niggas is battling, B. So I'm like, I ain't going in that shit. So I'm telling my niggas, I ain't going, man. So we chilling, boom. He kept calling. So I'm like, yo, Snake, y'all want to go down there? They're like, fuck it, let's go down there. Boom, we in the Bronx. When we get in the cars, we go down to Harlem. They in a little ass barbershop. Now,
what street you went to? You remember?
135th.
The 8th?
Is it 8th? 135th and 8th. It was a little barbershop there. That's
over there. It was a Big Russ. He was over there by
where the MCU is at. Where the MCU is at.
Okay.
That's on 8th, straight down 135th between 135th and 132nd or 133rd, whatever that is, on 8th. Where where the MCU is at. So yeah, so I boom. So I go. So we pull up. So now I'm like, this should look like some hole in the wall. I don't know. This Harlem niggas out here. We from the Bronx. But now, we gripped up though. At this time we were young. We running around crazy. Man, fuck it, we in there. We about 5-6 deep. We going, fuck it, we going there. Boom. Now, I don't know, it's all niggas. I can see everybody in here know each other. Everybody in here around here know each other. I go, Arsenal was battling a kid named Hollywood. Arsenal from Jersey. Arsenal came from Jersey. The kid Hollywood was from somewhere. He gets busy in the kid Hollywood. My man, so niggas is like, yo, we got ice in the building. So now, here go my niggas. We got Goodz in the building. I don't know about, but you know at that time,
it's whatever.
I can't say, nah, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Because they talking shit, I'm just chilling. So now they put us up. So now I see everybody in there is like, ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he must be the nigga down here. He must be the nigga down here. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, ain't nothing I could do. Fuck it at this point. So we wind up battling right there. And it's like from that, they thought they had one. And when you let Ice tell a story, Ice tell you from his point of view, he like, man, I'm gonna kill this little light-skinned nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he said, when you start rapping, I was like, this nigga's nice. So we kind of got like a mutual respect for each other during the battle. It wasn't no, and after that I battled K-Shine. They set it up on a DVD, like I battled K-Shine first and then Ice, because they wanted the whole DVD to be about me and Ice. But what really happened was I battled K-Shine, then I went and battled Ice. Then the second battle I battled K-Shine, and when I went down to Harlem now, all the niggas that was on Ice side was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that.
You got to follow. You built that following.
I built a following off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy hearing you tell these stories, man? You hearing me tell the stories about shit you didn't know about. It's crazy to be telling these stories, bro, because these stories is like 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas been nice for a few years. I watch the battle rap community real close, my nigga. I can name 10 niggas right now that they probably wouldn't even know that I watch them. You know what I'm saying? Or I pay attention. I'll give them props. But niggas don't really know shit like this. Niggas don't know, like, oh, damn, like, you might be 25 years old, bro. Like, right. If I told you about some shit that happened in 97, like, I'm telling you some shit, I was outside 97, 98, 99, battling Head Ice, my nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should talk to me a certain way. I don't even care if you trying to hype a battle up. I don't care if we trying to sell it, my nigga. Don't play with me.
Right.
And I know that's not the attitude to have. But nigga, we gotta start setting the precedents, my nigga. If you ain't got 20 in, your volume on your stereo can't go to the max with me. If the max is after 13, your shit gotta stop at about 9.5 with me, my nigga.
Right. I get it.
Now I'm a respect what you do now, what you do on the Gnome and Summer Madness, and what you do on Double Impact. I'm a respect what you do there. But you can't expect me to throw sauce on your plate and respect your shit. But you don't respect it. I'm my shit is like, my shit go back to before like you knew what Dipset was, my nigga.
Right. Right.
Like before
Different
when
era.
Cam was with Un.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't, nah, nigga, you gotta respect me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think I was happy after the K-Shine battle, because I'm like, all right, now I'm in that boat. I'm in that boat where you could talk about the good shit, the bad shit. Talk about it. Now compare it. We hustlers, man. We deal with scales, my nigga. Like it's gonna be some bad.
And
Long as the good outweigh the bad, my nigga,
good.
we good though. As a hustler, you look at it like, my nigga, I spent 30 and I spent 30 on let's say I spent 30 on a hoodie. I sell the hoodie for fucking 90. I don't care if I sold one today and one next week. Mm-hmm. It's more than what I spent to get it made. That's a flip. Cool. Now go do something else. Flip that. Go bet on the fucking Bulls tonight. Lonzo Ball is killing right now. Don't bet on the Knicks. They looking stink. Don't go with your emotions. Don't go with your emotions because you're from New York. Mills, go with the money.
Right.
As you get older, you just learn that, my nigga. Like at right now, I wouldn't take a battle against fucking Geechee Gotti.
Right.
I wouldn't take a battle against, like, you know what I'm saying?
Who would you take a battle against right now?
You know what it is?
I want to see you and Cassidy.
This is why I hate. I would battle Cassidy right now.
I think that's
Caffeine. Let Caffeine. Let us know who y'all want to see me battle too.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Cassidy shit, right? Because I never really told this story neither. I met Cassidy probably when I was 16, like 16, 17. And Cassa, he'll co-sign this story. Call him when we get up. He'll tell you. He was in the group Larceny, like I was saying, and this is before he got with Swiss.
40 Cal.
Before Swiss did full surface.
Hold on, not to cut you off. Somebody said J Millz versus 40 Cal. I like that too, because 40 Cal get his feet wet.
I battled 40 Cal about 3 times already too. See, 40 Cal was one of them older niggas like Head Ice that used to shrug his shoulders at me, little nigga, you ain't, you know, because 40 Cal was outside too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I was outside, but he was outside on the stoop with his niggas before I was outside on the stoop.
Right.
So he was always a nigga that looked at me like, you all right, nigga, but you could never fuck with me. So that's how we always got into it. Shout out to Cal. I would battle Cal too. Set it up.
That'd be dope now.
I'm not mad at that. And I would battle Cassidy too, like for the same reason you said. But when I first met Cassidy, he was in a group, right? And they used to be sleeping in Powerhouse in Yonkers in the studio. Like D&Y had them niggas working. I used to come from Washington Urban Night School. My big homie Tone would pick me up, take me up to Yonkers. I'd be up there all night, come back home, get up and go back to school. Cassidy was always nice. That's one thing I will say, bro. What he is now, like that arrogance, that cockiness, that nigga been that since I met him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember with the first couple ciphers I was in with him in Yonkers up there in the studio, Powerhouse, D&Y. Y come in, take his dog off the leash and just let his dog walk around. I'm terrified of dogs.
Yeah, I don't play dogs neither.
I ain't gonna tell them that.
Yeah.
The dog walking around while we in the cipher. You like pool table, Styles sitting there on the pool table. Like that shit used to be crazy to me. They started cipher, Styles and Jada just sitting there listening.
Yeah.
So now you gotta go crazy. But a nigga like Cass, bro, he from our era too.
Definitely.
He just a nigga that had a lot of mainstream success, and I think people put him in that box like they did me. You an industry nigga.
Yeah.
It's like, but I'm nice. I give you one better than that. I see niggas talking about the Gilly and Joe Budden shit. And I see niggas like, Gilly ain't got enough songs for Joe. Joe got a lot. I see he got a lot of songs. But see, I'm a nigga that I went to school listening to Major Figures album. I listened to I Love Being a Gangster. I know about Dutch and Spade. Slick talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of the niggas who I remember how I met a nigga.
Right.
My first rendition to Gilly was Cartier watches with the tic-tac-toe faces. I didn't have a watch. Lived in the crib with my moms. These niggas was doing it. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
Can't forget that because a nigga do a podcast. Because you do this show. A nigga, I can't forget how I met you, my nigga. You can't forget how you met me. I don't never have to do another battle in my life.
Right.
I'm still Millz, bro. We still got these stories about you coming from Harlem to go battle Head Ice. You had to get your respect.
Right.
When I battled him, the story wasn't the same because my mind wasn't there yet. But if he would have probably caught you when you was 3-4 years before that, before you really had it together, he might have, you know what I'm saying?
Because you could tell he had his shit together for a long time. He just caught me when I was on my shit. I'm 23. You know, I'm outside. I'm getting money. I'm already good. If he'd have caught me, 17. You know what I'm saying? Around that time, 15, and he would have, because he was already talking that shit. Even then, he was talking that shit. See, I was more punchy then. I was more punchlines. I was slick talking, but I was more punchlines.
Yeah,
Ice was talking that shit. Yeah, Ice was talking that shit back then. Like
he was telling stories about shit he been through and just mixing it in with slick talk. You know what I'm saying? They asked me who would I want to battle, right? With me right now, I just don't want to battle nobody else from Harlem, bro. Because when I step back and I'm working on this documentary, right? Like my battles and shit. And when I step back, I'm like, damn, my biggest battles is like Mook and Side Castro. Side Castro was from Harlem, but Mook, K-Shine.
Those
like
was
I tell
moments.
You about the Head Ice battle.
But those was moments.
But a lot of the battles, it ain't no footage on. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first met Lux, I was 14. I battled Lux at 14 in St. Charles Catholic School at my brother, Matt.
How was Lux rapping then?
Same way he rap now, bro.
Okay.
Same way I rap now. He was, you know what Lux was? But Lux was always the nigga who they tried to say, he nice, but he can't make songs.
Okay.
He put too many words together. When it's on a beat, it don't sound the same.
Okay.
So when I battled Lux, Keisha, that was Keisha Morris, she was married to Pac at the time. My brother played for the Gauchos, and Tiny Bum used to always come to the Gauchos. Tiny Bum, yeah. So my Tiny Bum was fucking with Pac wife at this time. He's fucking with Keisha. This is after Pac died, but Tiny Bum's fucking with her. So she was at my brother's game, and she heard me battling Lux in the hallway. We are in St. Charles Catholic School.
Right.
We are talking crazy. This is me and Lux at 14 talking crazy. So she took our numbers and all that shit. Later that night, she came and got me. I'm 14. She took me down to the Hit Factory studio. It was in New York at that time, Hit Factory Studios. And that's when she introduced me to Tone and Naj, and they was managing my son. He was on Violator, and that's how I met Mike. That's how I got down with my son. That's how I got in the industry. I was battling Loaded Lux, and Pac Wipe heard me.
Wow.
That's how I met Lux. And me and Lux might have had 2-3 more battles after. I remember one time I battled Lux on Linux. It was me and Vado, and it was him and Cash.
Okay. That's the
crazy
shit.
We used to just be doing shit.
That was the crazy.
And it wasn't no cameras, bro.
A lot of y'all niggas battled 3 times. Like
I battled Rex about 3 times.
That's what I'm saying.
And Rex
was a problem. Rex was a problem back then.
I think me and Rex might have had some of the best battles in Harlem that niggas never seen unless they was there.
Wow. I could believe that though. That.
If you wasn't there, you ain't see it. And Rex is a nice nigga too. I don't know, man. Now you got me thinking. It's a few niggas I wouldn't mind stepping in the ring with, but I don't really want to do all the rematches no more.
But they said,
let me know what they said.
But they saying Millz versus Rex. That's the name they said. They said you versus 40 Cal. I'm saying what they saying. They said Millz versus Reed Dollars. I like that too. He was outside when we was outside. I like that too.
He probably got 2 decades in talking crazy.
Yeah.
He probably do.
He do.
He probably do.
For sure.